Hello everybody. Today we're going back to Williamsburg for the second day of our visit there. This is my favorite house, the Wythe House. But first we had to find breakfast at one of the many pancake houses, and I had a waffle and Adam had chipped beef gravy on biscuits. We first went to a gardening tour behind that house there. That's the Catherine Orr House, or maybe the John Reed House. And there's a lovely vegetable and flower garden in the back. And now we're going to go around the little white picket fence and see the garden and listen to the tour guide.
This is the ore garden that you just walked into, and so just to orient you, we have these raised beds here. There are 6 of them, fairly large raised beds that are dedicated to vegetables, and then 2. As far as vegetables to look at, Pat lives on flowers.
Yeah, so on Mondays and Fridays, I didn't yesterday because I was with
But it's a vegetable that was grown in colonial times, and some people love it now.
Calendula.
It's quite interesting, quite unique. It was grown in colonial times.
This is comfrey. Very large. This is Artemisia, but I think this is what they mean by southern wood, because it's here with the herbs. That's an herb I'm looking for. Nasturtiums. In with some wild yarrow. This is feverfew. As usual, I've left the group to explore on my own. These are the vegetable gardens behind the Orr House. And these are the 2 herb beds, which I'm most interested in. I think yarrow must grow really well here because there is a lot of it. There's a teeny little rosemary. It's very, very small. Maybe these are fairly new beds. I don't know, because it takes rosemary a while to establish. And they've got the mint, the peppermint in with everything else right here. Here's cabbage. Carrots up there. This is collards. Look how huge the collard leaves are. This is kale. This is mustard greens. I don't see any tomatoes. The potatoes seem to be doing very nicely. They've got them in little hills. This plant is marshmallow. It's in bloom, a little late in bloom, and the bumblebees are going crazy.
Moms, if you have honey from them, they will just get honey from the honey.
It's very large. This is one of my favorite houses, but it's a private residence and it has not been developed for any type of business or touring in Williamsburg. Now we're walking beside the Bruton Parish Episcopal Church, and we're about to go into the palace green. This is the Wythe House in Williamsburg, and I just wanted to show you this wallpaper. It is crazy.
In all truthfulness, documents, particularly period documents,
The docent called it vermicelli is the pattern, and they're not certain that it was in this house, but they know it was used at the time and may likely have been here. This is in a bedroom. Also, Mrs. Wythe's office. Mr. Wythe was Thomas Jefferson's law instructor. And this is the dining room. Look at the color of these walls.
So these are both workspaces and living spaces for several families of enslaved workers who served out in the house. So Lydia, for example, if she's the cook, she works and lives in the kitchen.
Now again, the wallpaper in this room is just so bold. You don't even see this in the governor's palace. I was just amazed at the wallpaper.
Detailed in places that Europeans have explored and colonized.
Here is the Wythe House garden. Outbuildings over there. This is the flower garden, the formal garden. Vegetable garden and orchard over there. Look at the cherry tree. I'm tempted, but I won't. It is loaded. This is one of my favorite places in Williamsburg. It's an enclosure at the back of the Wythe House garden. The vines all around. It's dark and cool in here. It's very cool and rainy today. Everything is quite symmetrical. If you come here to the center, you get a lovely view of the John Wythe House. Isn't that wonderful? And then back into this tunnel. If I were a child in this house, although they had no children, I would spend most of my time back here. You see how really deserted the streets are. This is actually the Duke of Gloucester Street, the primary street, but there was haze in the air from the Canada wildfires, and so I think that really cut down on the number of visitors, and it felt very 18th century. This is one of the Williamsburg actors that was in the street, just riding his horse, letting children take pictures with him. Adam insisted we get a little shot of me walking along one of those paths that are behind the homes. This is the brickyard, and Adam was very interested in this because he'd like to make his own bricks. They do make them there. They make them in an authentic way to the time, which is 18th century. They also set up a kiln later that fires these, and it is made of the bricks themselves. And that kind of low patch back there with the little paths in it between the bricks, that's where they set up their kiln. And they fire them to make them hard. And so some of them are black on the inside and redder on the outside. This gives interesting color when they're using them on the buildings. I thought this tree was fascinating. One of its limbs fell down at some point and stretched across this little creek. And now it's almost a bridge. Now I'm going to visit the Capitol building. This is the High Court. Both the Governor's Court was there and the Virginia House of Burgesses met, each on one side. This is a reconstruction of the original building. Very beautiful.
All right, so this is the general court. Friends, this is the highest court for the entire colony of Virginia. Now the felonies, the big things are being tried here. You have murder, manslaughter, arson, treason, conspiracy, counterfeiting.
No step.
I continued to try to get good headshots of myself in the gardens for use on my YouTube videos. This building is the face of Williamsburg. This is the Governor's Palace. We're going to tour it at some point in this video, but I wanted to show you the front. But this was the loyalists to the crown, the opponents of American freedom. The house over there is the Carter House, and that's a house that many people want to have opened eventually for touring, but it's not fit yet. The next part of this video will be the governor's palace. This is furnished as for Lord Dunmore's time as governor. He was the last governor in the 1770s. This would be his office. So everything you see going forward is from this home.
House. The door over there is where the food was brought in from the kitchen, which was across from where you all came in. And it was plated in the morning room on the other side of this wall. And then put on the fine china and silver trays and carried into by weight and into the dining room. Hello, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Have you all been here?
No, we haven't.
So you have 3 rooms in the front here. This is the great hall. This is in the morning. This time of day we would be having dinner. Dinner was at 2. Y'all came just in time for dinner.
Awesome.
Yeah, you missed it.
This is a lovely room. I don't know if the property steward was in here or Mrs. Dunmore. This is where they kept the china.
Imagine going to your house and nobody ever sees what's in your house.
There's no way.
I know. These are Chippendale gloves. These are reproductions of the ones that we believe are very similar to what's here. Everybody needs Chippendale gloves in the house.
You can tell this home was really the governor's home. It's more like an armory. This is the daughter's bedroom. Their governors slept there.
Pottery ones, clay ones in here. Yeah, there's no plumbing.
This is a large central upstairs gathering room.
That's exactly right. Everybody has a
Very high ceilings, gorgeous moldings.
There are many tasks to do here in this house.
Washington ever in this house?
Yes, he was.
It was.
Did you say outside too that they looked as rolling? You said there's only 13 years.
In the east and west courtyard.
This is another front bedroom upstairs. Look at the fabric crown on that bed.
Cellar of this house is huge, and that is also places where they would sleep.
And what did they do though? Children slept there, what did they do?
This is a beautiful fireplace, but it's been blocked up.
This laundering here is very, very extensive. All this to be done. All these.
This is the very large entertaining space, very large dining room at the back of the house.
He fires the contractor, decides he's going to take over the project himself, and pretty much gets a blank check from the
They cover the oil paintings to prevent bugs from eating the oils in the painting.
But he doesn't ever call it finished. 1722 rolls.
They weren't aware of this until recently. It's mosquito netting. This is a second room in the back. Not quite as big, but with beautiful, intricate moldings around the doors and windows. They have not put the kind of wallpaper in the governor's mansion that they had in the Wythe House. I'm sure it's accurate, but the moldings are amazing. This green, though, is very, very bright. And that blue. Behind those floral gardens, they have an area for presentations back here. They have a box maze over here that is much more developed than it used to be. You can see that long line of box. And then there's a mound in the back with steps. That was where they kept the ice inside. Let's go see. Okay, here we go.
No, this is not the beginning. This is a different way. No, that's an entrance, though. Aaron, get to the middle.
Boy, this would be a nightmare to keep clipped. It's a very narrow path.
Aaron.
Oh, there he is.
Oop, that's a dead end. Uh-oh, dead end. Maybe this is the right way. Well, I hope so. I could be in here longer than I think. I've taken quite a few wrong turns. I wonder if this is the right way to the middle. Okay. Okay, I found the middle. Eventually. Some of the little kids have done shortcuts like this, but I can't fit through there. Now there's the mount back there. I'm not sure if I can get there. We'll see. And with Peter Rabbit, I say, the gate, the gate. I can see the gate. Yay! And now we can go out. Here's the mount. Covered with ivy and vinca and other things. So, there's the box maze I was just inside of. You come in over there, and go around and wiggle, come through here, and you have to try to wiggle your way around to the outside to go in. I got pretty confused over here. Well, that's about it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. We sure did, and we have annual passes this year, so we'll be going back. I didn't see inside the Bruton Parish Church. There's a couple of other places, another garden that I really wanted to see, so I may share with you some more later. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.